Why do you believe that you can't have it? Honestly, why do you believe that you can't have the thing that you desire to experience? Because that right there, what you initially come up with, what your mind starts telling you, the stories that you start telling yourself, that's what you need to clean up. Because you can literally have anything that you desire to have. You can literally experience anything that you desire to experience. But this is going to require you to master yourself. And that means that you cannot take along these limiting beliefs and these limiting stories. I don't care if you were programmed to believe that by your parents, by society, by the schooling system. You need to be the one that decides the reality that you're creating. And that means being able to look at all of the limiting beliefs and all of the limiting stories that are preventing you from actually taking action, that are preventing you from actually telling a new story, that are preventing you from thinking a different thought. You are going to want to save this video and come back to it anytime you notice that there's resistance, anytime you notice that a manifestation is taking too long to come in, anytime you start noticing that you're telling negative stories and that you're believing negative beliefs. I want you to save this video and I want you to come back to this exercise, because I'm telling you, if you do this work and you do it consistently and you take it seriously, your entire reality will change so quickly. Because you are going to change how you are showing up, how you are moving, how you are believing, and how you are reacting and responding to the external world, especially when you don't have the validation, because that's when you master yourself. That's when you master emotional intelligence. That's when you master your mindset, and that's required to manifest. This is a question that I ask my clients when they are kind of getting lost in their head and they're wondering why their results aren't coming in. It is because they are spending way too much time reinforcing this old story and this old belief as to why they can't have it, rather than reprogramming their subconscious mind to actually believe that what they desire is not only available for them, but it gets to come easily and it gets to come quickly. When you are unavailable for the old stories, when you are unavailable for the old beliefs, when you are unavailable for the old habits, you are going to show up differently. And your reality can change very quickly, because reality is responding to you. And when you change the frequency that you're operating at, when you change your self-talk, when you change the energy that you're in, when you change your self-concept, your reality has to change. It is a universal law. So here's an exercise for you. I want you to write down what you want to manifest right now. Pick one thing, pick the thing that you really want to manifest. And then I want you to ask yourself, why do I believe that I can't have it? And I want you to sit there and journal out everything that comes up for you. Every single story, every single belief. And then I want you to ask yourself, is believing this thought or believing this story getting me closer to having this manifestation, or is it keeping me out of resonance with it? Because if it is keeping you out of resonance with it, and I guarantee you that 100% of them are going to be, then that means that you are working against yourself, and you need to start reprogramming your mind to believe the beliefs that you would be telling yourself if you had the thing. So what you're then going to do, step 3, is you are going to challenge that belief to write down the best possible belief and story that you could be telling yourself. When you do this and you start writing down what the exact opposite of that is, if you're not sure, write down the exact opposite. You wrote down worst case scenario belief, worst case scenario story. Now I want you to write down best case scenario belief, best case scenario story. What is the exact opposite of that? Because the truth is, you need to start believing this new belief and telling these new stories before you have it. You can't keep allowing your beliefs and your stories to be old news. You need to write a whole new script in your brain so that way you can experience a new reality. And what that means is you need to anchor into these new beliefs and anchor into this new story and be able to tell yourself these new beliefs and these new stories all day long, especially when it doesn't seem to be happening, especially when it doesn't look like there's any movement, especially when it looks like the opposite is what is happening, because that is an opportunity for you to actually anchor in these new beliefs and these new stories.